Hey everybody, welcome back to the CAF Plus channel. We are what are we? We're just over 3 weeks away from OAX. We've got lots of stuff going on here at CAF HQ, but we have time to squeeze in an interview before things get really wild around here. So let me bring in Mr. Matt Lowenstein, or should we say Mr. Marvelously Sketched. How do you prefer to be referred to these days now that you're a celebrity yourself?
Well, thank you for having me on, Bill. Welcome, welcome. Hi, everybody. That's funny. There's a lot of Matts in the community.
There are.
Yeah, so Marvelously Sketched is real easy to be picked out in the group or, Lowenstein, So,
Matt Lowe. All right, that works. Yeah, because of course we have
yeah.
Matt Sardo and Matt DiTullio, and we go by last names while we're doing team meetings, right? And it's a faux pas to say, Matt, could you do this? And then they both look at you like you're a dummy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
So I
been
go
happening a
Matt
lot.
Lowe.
Matt Lowe. We can go with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, look, even Jiggy Cruz is here. He's been. You guys have talked before, as I recall. I've seen your shows before.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Jiggy's good people, man. Got to meet you guys all at OAX 25, which is awesome.
Yeah, there's Jeff Wedding just said you prefer to be called Ted. I have to look at your shirt. That is true. Ted,
Thought I'd
I-
wear it.
and that's you got Man Thing on that. Is that like kind of a you created that shirt yourself, or is that something that you could buy off the shelf?
Yeah, my girlfriend actually got it for, my birthday, last year, so it was awesome.
Not bad. I was thinking about, considering we're looking at a lot of Man Thing art tonight when we're looking at stuff from your collection. I was thinking, looking around my office. There's plenty of Thor stuff. There's plenty of Cyclops stuff. I can't imagine that there's a lot of Man Thing merch out there, right? Or the on Slurpee cups. Do they have a coffee mug that's shaped like Man Thing? I mean, what is out there on for the tchotchke side from Marvel related to Man Thing?
Oh, man, we should corner the market, Bill. You
We
got great
should.
ideas there, man. I haven't seen anything like it. I have seen a Man-Thing Christmas tree before.
Really? Not a something that's a well, okay. Now that I have not seen. You got to send me photos of that.
Yeah, yeah, it was on a Facebook group on, for Man-Thing, and, I was like, "Oh, man." So somebody made it, and then a bunch of people copied that, and it's, like, going on. It's like a thing every Christmas now.
Dang. Well, and you haven't done it yourself yet, right?
No, no, I don't have permission to do that.
Got to keep things traditional in the marvelously sketched house. Okay.
That's it.
Man, all
2
right.
kids, you know?
Yeah, yeah. We've actually not done a Christmas tree. Well, okay, I go to my mom's house. We have a Christmas tree there, but because we're usually not here at Christmas time, we're up in Ohio or something. We haven't done a Christmas tree in a very long time. I think we need to change that. I don't know what we would do. We used to just have an easel and we
Oh,
would
cool.
hang a few ornaments on it and the cards that we got. So no tree though. But
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. The kids are going to be gone now. Now I can do anything I want at that point.
very true, yeah.
So, what number one Marvel fan says there's a Man Thing lunchbox? Is that true, or is he just wishing for a lunchbox?
There is, I have seen it, my friend William, Rider 95, he has that himself. I think it comes with a thermos as well.
Can't imagine what you could do some pretty weird stuff with the thermos from a Man Thing lunchbox, I think, but I have not seen one of those. I do have that like the Marvel Comics lunchbox. I've got a Pac-Man lunchbox, but I've never seen the Man Thing one. But it
Yeah,
wouldn't surprise me that John would have one.
I think it's 1974 cover.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna Google it after the show. There's got to be something up on eBay for sale.
Yeah, I've seen them. They're pretty cool. And it's on the list, little things here and there.
There you go. CJ is it a giant sized thermos? You never know, CJ. You never know.
Yeah, right.
Oh man. Well, so yeah, so we got to meet last year at OAX, and you had a good time at the show. It seemed like you did. I feel like we ran into each other on Sunday, after things were dying down.
Yeah, yeah, I got to yeah, Sunday was when we actually got to officially talk and everything.
Hmm.
I was at the auction, that was a lot of fun with, that Cyclops MODOK going back and forth. That was fun to see you guys
I can't
interact
promise
and
anything like that this year, but but all the auction pieces have not come in yet. So Kazra and I do not know, what may or may not, be yet to arrive. But I can't imagine a side dock piece again for 2026.
Hey, well, you never know, right? There could be new combinations out there.
What we need is like a stingray and I don't know what would be and a magic, piece
Wow.
because everybody loves magic, and then you throw stingray in there, and Newell would be duking it out with people in the aisles trying to bid that one up. That would be fun.
I was just gonna say, no, there you go, Stingray magic. Yeah, no, but
uh,
OAX was, definitely one of the best experiences I had at a expo convention.
mhm,
Uh, I've been going to New York Comic Con for years now, taking my family and everything, I think since, like, 2011, and, it's too big. It's huge. I mean, if it's your thing, it's your thing. But OAX was I was able to get to talk to artists. I was able to pick up OA and not be rushed. When there was a group of people at a table, we were all talking about each other's pieces. I remember being at Joshua Cassara's table when I went to pick up my Man Thing piece, and somebody got a crazy piece done by him. And the guy was so excited, he literally handed it to me. And he's like, "Look at this," and I'm holding this guy's like crazy commission, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I don't want to drop it," but he's like, "Oh, look at the lines." He's pointing at everything, and I mean, the environment, it's just top notch, and the production you guys put together, I highly recommend it, and it's a show that'll be on my list every year. So
I do like to hear that. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. It's a lot of fun, a lot of planning, and I think the production value is going to increase this year. We have more floor space and all that stuff too. So it's good, and lots of announcements still to come. But yeah, with 3 weeks to go, 3+ week. I'm looking at it right now. It's 23 days, 18 hours, 50 minutes, and 54 seconds
there we go. Countdown
until
begins.
that's Friday preview right there, 4 o'clock.
Nice.
But
Awesome.
well, that's cool. And you said you were coming with your son, right?
Yeah, my son's gonna be coming. He's graduating high school this year, going off to college, so I thought it'd be a fun experience to do.
Sweet. So he's well, that's good.
Yeah, he
A
turned
father-son
18.
trip before
Yeah, he'll be
high
18
school's
for the
over.
trip, so
Yeah, well, that is awesome. So tell me, what do you got behind you there? I see it looks like a lot of sketch cards and something
yeah,
graded. What kind of things do you present in your workspace or
awesome
streaming
question.
space?
So, all these pieces over here are attributed to either the, Comic Art Live or the free sketch event and commissions that I got during OAX, which are some amazing pieces, Simone Di Meo, Herman Peralta, Tony Perna, PJ Katakutan, um, Chris Uminga, what do we got? We got Moritat. We got Miles Wool did a Man Thing. Jim Jimenez. And who else is up there that I'm missing? Moxie Dallo. Moxie Dallo. There you go.
All right, nothing
Yeah.
wrong. Those are all heavy hitters. That's for sure.
Yeah. And then we got right there's Bart Sears. And this was a gift. It's a Kiz. Kez Wilson did a Man Thing, and it's graded. My girl got me that for one of my birthdays or Christmas. Forgive me, one of those events. And then what got me into everything was sketch cards, Marvel
Mhm,
card community. There's a bunch of people out there, Spidey Hits, Justin, Luis Alonso. They were putting out content, Fausto,
mhm,
and I during COVID, late COVID, I was bored and found Marvel cards again. And I was like, oh, really into Marvel cards. Did some box breaks and everything. And during that, my son and I hit a bunch of sketches, um, back to back to back in a bunch of boxes. And that kind of drove the drive and passion for original sketch card art. I mean,
mhm,
that's what it is. You know what I mean? So I started collecting, and when I first started, I was collecting Rocket Raccoon, which I still love. Um, but Man Thing grew on me more and more and more. I like the horror aspect, the monster, the unknown.
sure.
Um, the nexus of all realities is pretty dope when you get into it. It's trippy. So I started to critique my collection more towards Man Thing. And then I believe it was your Comic Art Live, November of 25, to where
Mhm,
I really was like, all right, I put in a few for Man Thing, got some amazing pieces, and then the itch for OAX 25 came, and I was like, I even called it Man Thing Madness, to where I was like, I'm just getting everything Man Thing. I'm gonna do whatever I can. Jonathan Wayshak did a sick Man Thing for me. The only regret I have is it's not a bigger piece, right? Because the detail he does with his line work is just sick. Um,
It is.
so that's on the list for some OAX future.
Yeah, no, I did get a Waycheck commission last year at OAX. Just, 9 by 12, but it was freaking awesome. I got a
Oh, I
Thor
bet.
and everything you would hope for. Really great detail. A pose that I wouldn't have expected. Him looking more badass than he deserves. And yeah, that's what you get from John. But John's cool because he'll even say, You want to get the best piece from me? Don't even give me a character. Now you won't get your man thing, but at the end of the day, he approaches it like that because he's like, if I could do whatever I want, I guarantee you're gonna be, you'll be really delighted, or your money back, or no, or he won't even charge you.
Oh,
That's the kind
wow.
of guy John is. Yeah, he's like, I don't take payment until you see it and you like it and you're willing to walk away with it.
Yeah, yeah. I believe he actually said that at the table to me. One of my favorite things is when I ask an artist to do a commission for me,
Mhm.
and I tell them Man Thing. A lot of the times they're like, "Oh, I've never done a Man Thing," or "I'm excited. I don't get to do them that much." And well, how do you want me to do them? And I'm like, however you want to do them, however you pull out of your imagination and your creative mind, however it is. Maybe I'll give you a pose. One request I like to have put in with the artists, if they can or have the room, is I like to add raccoons because it's my favorite animal. I'm a big raccoon guy, so I always ask them to put it in. Plus, it personalizes my pieces a little bit. You know what I mean? So you see a
Right,
raccoon in a
right.
Man Thing, you're like, oh, I know who that goes to.
I do know that when I was pulling the images, I saw a few raccoons in there. I was wondering why, but now I get it.
Yeah, yeah, they're my favorite mammal. So.
And you get to carry that over because again, you started with a rocket raccoon, and now you've switched, but it's
Yeah.
still there.
Yeah, sometimes artists will actually put both characters in one piece instead of a regular raccoon, which is awesome.
Cool. Alberto wants to know what pre-OAX have you lined up this year, or do you not want to tell us?
Well, I didn't know, when I talked to Kasra with one of the interviews, and he was like, "Oh, this was amazing what you were able to do for 25." I had a long enough time to like think about like, oh, what could I do for 26 to really um, up my game, or at least hone in my critiquing of what I want to get.
Hmm.
So one thing that hit me hard, and Jiggy even knows because I emailed him about it, was Upper Deck lost the Marvel license, and in that sadness and lonesome period, Tops picked up Marvel, and then Upper Deck shifted to DC, which awesome. I'm looking forward to the original art we see from DC. Upper Deck projects are more affordable in that way. So I'm
Hmm.
like, all right, but in that confusion, I was like, oh, what DC characters could I start getting for pre-OAX? So I PC Barbara Gordon for Batgirl, and the Joker and Batman, but mainly the Joker. And so I was like, I put in a lot of those. And then as time went through, I'm like, I'm not really into cards. I'm not really buying cards anymore. I'm focusing on sketches or larger pieces, original art, commissions and stuff. Um, I have a plan for 27. So, um, so I was like, all right, well, what can I do with that? So I have a bunch of artists. I think I have 17 sketch card commissions, and then I have 3 commissions which are larger than that. Nothing
Hmm.
crazy big. I think Mannix is doing a 6x9 for me for Man Thing. Jared Cullum is doing, I think it's a 7x10, but that's Joker and Batman, so that'll be dope. Looking forward to what he
Right.
does with
Hell
that.
yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see. And a few of those sketch cards are actually for my son, so we'll see. Surprise him with what I got for him.
Well, I'm surprised Alberto didn't like high five you. He's been I think he's probably at like double that. Who the heck knows where
Who
Alberto's at
knows?
this
Yeah,
point?
yeah, yeah.
But 17's a solid number, and
Yeah.
I don't even know what I have right now. I've put them in kind of slowly ever since we got started. I got a couple from Jiggy's guys. I have a Mannix and a Von Randall. I reached
Nice.
out to Amanda Connor, but I was late. It was like after the list got closed, and I'm like, well, if she has time, I'd like to be on it, because I always like to wait to give everybody else a chance. And then of course, right when I was ready to submit the last one, somebody squeezed one in. I was like, ah, son of a gun.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's it's all part of the fun. I definitely, I've always got some good stuff, and the auction stuff looks great. I'm assuming you've probably seen a lot of the pieces that are up for proxy bidding.
I have, and that was such a fun event, environment, experience. The open bar was awesome. So I mean, even though I didn't buy anything, it was just awesome to be sitting there. You know what I
Did
mean?
you throw a bid in at least, a thrill bid
I
here or
did,
there?
just jokingly here and there with my little Thor hammer. You know what I mean? But
Well, I'm not going to say what the bid, the auction panel will be this year, but it is not a Thor hammer. We are doing
okay,
something totally different for year three. So yeah, we got to mix it up a little bit every once in a while. So this is we're moving off to something a little different, but everybody will be happy, I guarantee it. What is Newell says he's at 7, and he's calling it the final count. Well, that's probably 3 weeks out. I think a lot of the artists are probably going to be closing their lists anyway.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
because it's. I mean, yeah, we probably need to send people emails out to people right away, soon to find out when they want to do that. But hey, you never know. But that's cool. But make sure that you show them off while you're there. I mean, clearly,
Oh,
like
100%.
the story with you and the guy in line. I mean, everybody wants to see what everybody else gets, whether it's something done at the show, or bought out of a portfolio or a pre-OX commission, man. So show them off.
Yeah, I got that cool little binder that's like for sketch cards. It's like got 4 pages, bunch of it'll be fun to show off. Yeah.
That's awesome. We had Dan Goodwin, who's in the chat. He was at my house on Sunday, and he's got this huge sketch card portfolio, like bigger. I mean, bigger than anything I've ever seen. I bought like I have a 3x3 sketch card binder, and his is it's got to be 4x4. Because
Oh
it's
wow.
just huge,
Yeah.
absolutely huge. But the thing is, it was like that thick. So I don't know how many sleeves were in it, but I've never seen a card binder that scale before. So
Awesome.
so if Dan Goodwin brings that, he'll show that off. He says he has 18 free OAX commissions
Oh,
lined
looking
up.
forward to this. Yeah, everyone show them off. The penthouse, the CAX penthouse.
That is very true. I know that there's definitely going to be some announcements going on related to that, soon coming out, and I think probably certainly by this time next week we'll have some of that out there. But all kinds of crazy stuff. And you're right. I know. I mean, I didn't make it up to the CAX penthouse last year, but I heard that everybody had a great time, and yeah, that a lot of cool stuff was seen, and they had. Well, I want to stop right there. Anyway, we can stop talking about it. We got to talk more about you. So it sounds like so you're saying the pandemic though, is that really when it was doing the box breaks and picking up the cards that really
Yeah,
turned you on to
yeah.
the art? You hadn't gotten anything before that?
Oh no, I got into Marvel cards with my stepfather in 94, 95.
Oh, sweet.
Um, and that was a lot of fun. He passed, but before that, a lot of drama and all that happened. But before all that, when things were cool and everything, and life was sweet, we did that a lot. We would go to our local comic shop, which also had cards because you could buy Marvel cards back then at a comic shop, and
Hmm.
we would always buy a few packs every now and then. We'd go home, we'd open them at the kitchen table. We had a binder, we'd put them in. So that was a lot of fun, but that kind of phased out as I got older, probably like 7th grade, so like 97, 98. And then I didn't really get back into them until I guess the pandemic. I'm flipping through YouTube and I'm like, Marvel cards are still a thing, and that's what drove me really into it. But
Right.
yeah, I have a really great core memory with my stepfather with Marvel cards in general.
So was it more cards than comics back in the day?
Yeah, yeah. I do both. I collect both, but with my stepfather it was mainly comic cards. Yeah.
Hmm.
He really
Yeah.
liked the flair and the masterpieces.
Right. So Jusco, I guess that kind of era of cards. I mean, in a way, was
Julie Bell,
Julie
yeah,
Bell. Right.
yep, yep.
Yeah.
Jusco, the Hildebrands. He liked a lot of the art throughout 94, 95, 96. So it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
See, I missed all that. That was I stopped even going to comic shops around 91. and then it started back again around 98 or 97, somewhere around in there. So I missed a lot of that segment of popularity. Cards. I was like, what, where did that happen? Were they slid in with comics? But I didn't get it. Took me a
Yeah.
while.
Well, it's really, nips you in the butt when you think, you go back and you're nostalgic and you're thinking about it because the comic shop's still there. They just moved down the street. You're like,
Mhm.
while I was buying all those Marvel cards, Magic was just becoming a thing. And I could have bought a few of those packs, but I never bought them. And I was like, oh, so you always, hindsight.
Pokemon was getting hot during that time too, right? I mean,
Yeah,
if you would have been like an importer of Pokemon cards, you might be
yeah.
retired right now.
I know, I know. I just got some beat up Marvel cards that ain't worth nothing.
I mean, who would have guessed, right? I mean, I had, same thing. My kids bought a lot of Pokemon, but when cards, but when we found out that they were actually worth something, I'm like, did you get any of these or these? And they're like, nah, we never saw any of that stuff. They were buying them after the first couple of years that things got started. It's usually how it goes. But
Yeah.
you know, so so the getting the actual sketch cards though and the box breaks. I mean, that was kind of like a cool revelation to see him. I mean, because at that point, I mean, when you're getting them, because I don't even know because I've never done a box break myself where you've gotten sketch cards. I mean, do they already come in a sleeve? I mean, protected and all
Yeah,
that. So you.
sometimes they come in a sleeve, sometimes they don't.
Mhm.
It's awesome when they do come in a sleeve. Um, Masterpiece, I think, would come in a sleeve upside down, I think it was. But yeah, it's awesome when they come in a sleeve because it's protected, but sometimes they don't. I'm trying to think of exact sets. I don't think Beginnings had sleeves, or be honest, I don't think Fleer Ultra had sleeves. Masterpiece definitely had sleeves on them.
Right.
But yeah, they're pack pulled. You don't know when you're gonna hit them. You're just ripping it up. It's one of the hits out of the box. Certain sets you were able to map out. Well, not yeah, you were able to map out like masterpieces. You definitely were able to 22. You were absolutely if you saw what hits you were getting in the box, and you didn't hit the sketch yet, you had like a certain percent chance of hitting the sketch or like die cast of so or plexi. So there was a few specific chances that you could have had a sketch. But my son and I, we literally, I mean, you wanted to get a Dan DeSanto sketch, that was your goal, right? But any sketch was awesome. And I think the first sketch me and my son hit ever was Matthias Streb, Doctor Strange. And he pulled it actually, and I believe it's on one of my first videos. And he was so excited about it. I was so excited. I was like, "What is that?" You know what I mean? Like, cause I didn't really see him before, and then I
Right.
looked at it, and I was like, "Holy cow!" And then, like I said, the next 4 boxes we happened to open, we pulled sketches, um, which were awesome sketches, and that's kind of like what led me into like learning about Matt Fuller and OCD, OCD Marvel sketch cards, and that whole world just was like, what? And I was glued to YouTube, catching up on these years of videos to like backlog to learn all the whatever I could learn and write down artists that I really liked their style. And so that's kind of what really got me into like the sketch card. But that luck kind of followed us for the beginning. I mean, we pulled a bunch of sketch cards at a Fleer Ultra Midnight Suns. We pulled a few out of any of the allegiances. So sketch cards are a lot of fun, especially when
Mhm.
they're readily available and not crazy scarce. You know what I mean? Because you're doing like a 1-on-1, the scarcity's hard, prices get too crazy. But when they're readily available, like a hit, not like too easy to hit, but if you bought a case, you're probably going to get 1 or 2 sketches. That's cool. Um, but it's a great feeling. You know what I mean? At least when you're like, oh, because usually they're backwards, so when you're pulling it, you see the name first, and you're like, oh, okay. So you get to see the artist. Some sets like Premiere let you see the actual character that the artist is going to do. So you don't know what it looks like, but you're like, oh, I'm going to get a Captain America done by Herman Peralta. So you got to turn it around. Not saying he was an artist in it, but you turn it around and it's a crazy piece.
Mhm.
Premiere was an amazing set to get sketches in, but it was 2021 was delayed because of COVID, came out late, and then some of the sketches in there were like, ooh, the price points were Like, I don't know if I want to spend that much to gamble. And that's what I hit like not the best sketch out of one of those, and the price was pretty high. And after that, I was like, you know what, let's just hit eBay. And then I was like, oh my God, there's like a whole so many sketches. And but then I was like, oh, let me just look for the Rocket Raccoon at first. And then I saw Man Thing, and then I couldn't believe how many Man Things were actually available. There's also ComC. So if somebody is a part of EPAC,
Mm,
um, their cards are stored, they're physical cards, but they're stored in a warehouse at ComC. Well, I changed a little bit, but I believe they're still at ComC. And then so you can go on ComC's website, and it was easier a little earlier, but it seems like people caught on. But most of the time, you were able to go on ComC. Like, let's say something's $100 on eBay, you were able to go to ComC, and it was probably like 70 or 75, and you
oh
didn't have
wow,
to pay that crazy eBay fee or whatever. So it was actually cheaper in the long run. But it seems like people are now matching eBay prices with ComC prices. But two great places to get sketches to where you don't have to actually buy a box to hope and gamble that you're going to get a sketch.
right.
Because you can also nowadays you can do breaks. You know, you can buy into a break, but some of these sketch spots are very expensive, and you're not guaranteed to hit a sketch in some of these products. So I would say, you know, focus in on a character that you really like, or maybe like a team. You know, you could leave it loosely, start as a team, like
Mhm.
Midnight Suns or X-Men or, you know, the Avengers. That way you're loose. You're like, you know, I want to buy something, but I don't have $200 to buy an Iron Man sketch. Oh, but I can get this $50 Hawkeye, and then check Hawkeye off your list. And then boom, you got a nice piece you could look at and put on your shelf or something. And then goals, little baby steps, you can get yourself there, you know?
Yeah, it feels a little bit like gambling, but
Yeah.
there's aspects to that, and and art collecting too, right? If you're commissioning somebody, you never know. You
Yeah.
might catch somebody on an off day, not be exactly, you always have expectations when you're doing that. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd have the stomach to to roll the dice and hope that I get, not only a sketch, but one that I'd really like and want to keep
Exactly.
for a
Great
while.
point. Great point. You don't know if you're gonna like it. You know what I mean? And I got burned a few times. And once this whole shift of the license happened, then it focused more towards like a breakers world on,
Mm,
you know, what on whatnot or whatever. Um, I focused on commissions. So I've shifted from breaking and opening boxes to now, why am I going to waste X amount of dollars on a box when you don't know if you're going to get a sketch? You know, if that's my goal, why not use the money to actually commission artists, pay the artists what they should be getting for a sketch versus what they're getting paid by these companies. I think it's well around, you know, appreciate the artists. And most of the time, when you just are loose with your commission request, you know, just action pose, Man Thing, add a raccoon if you can. Uh, what I get back,
right.
I've
They
never
don't
been
take
like
up a lot of space, right?
yeah, yeah, no, yeah. They think of awesome things. If you know, they think of amazing things like carrying them or on the shoulder or under the leg or on the trunk next to. It's awesome just to see how creative they get with it. So it's fun.
Oh, that's cool. I see. Who have I seen in here? I've seen Tony Perna. It's hanging out in the chat right now. I know you have a few pieces by him, and Tim Cullen also. He participated in the mystery sketch in November. Kicked ass on a lot of pieces there.
Yeah,
But
Tim's
where was
awesome.
it? Is box weighing a thing to see if there's a sketch in there? I saw some people mentioning that. I can't find
Oh,
those
yeah.
posts now.
So the whole box wing thing, I mean, you were one. So again, I'll bring it back to Marvel Masterpieces 22. You were absolutely able to weigh that box and figure out based on previous people's mapping of the way the breaks were and your percentages of your hits, um, what could be in it. But most of the time, it was you weren't going to know if there was a sketch. You were going to know if I think you were able to tell if there was an auto
Hmm.
based on because I think the auto came with the what the heck were they called? Oh, I'm forgetting the name. The metallurgy. So
Hmm.
if it came with the metallurgy, the box was heavier, so you were able to take a wing on it. It was either the one of those to where the box was heavy. It might have been the the amber, preserved in amber, but I believe it was the metallurgy. So if it came with the metallurgy, the box was going to be heavier than a box with a sketch in it with no heavy card.
I mean, it makes sense, but we're getting, we're places weighing them and then selling those boxes at a different price than the ones that
There
didn't
was a
have the big
lot of
fancy.
speculation about that. There was. I can't confirm or deny if it was happening, but with the amount of boxes I was buying from Dave and Adams, I thought I would have hit something, and it was like I was only getting sketches. So someone in the community was like, "Hey, I heard they could weigh them, and if they're weighing them before they're selling them or keeping them in how, or whatever they're doing, or whoever was doing it, not saying
Mhm.
any company was doing anything, but there was a it could have been local. You probably more chance of a local hobby shop selling a box and weighing it versus a major company. But it was
Sure.
like, oh, how come I'm only getting sketch cards? And someone was like, oh, that's probably because somebody was weighing it, and then any box that weighed a certain ounces or whatever it was on a digital scale, they were holding off and sending you the one that was lighter. So I was like, oh, I don't know. But again, that was all speculation.
Anything's well, right. Well,
Yeah.
when there's gambling involved, there's risk involved. I mean,
Yeah.
your mind will wander
Oh
into
yeah, the
many
addiction
different things that
drives
could potentially be going on there.
ingenuity, right?
Right,
I've seen
exactly.
people
I mean,
use
we're all
scanners.
collectors at the end of the day. We're always looking for a way to get a little bit of an advantage, and in a situation like that, why not bring it down to weighing? But
Yeah,
again, I have not heard that before. But I saw, what was this? Do 6237 was asking, if you're not going to OAX, can you still get commissions for next year's events? I mean, most of the artists want to deliver everything, deliver art to the show. I mean, I know that there's some reps and artists that, might say, you don't have to go to the show to pick up a piece, but by and large, I would say that, the artists know that, we want you, and as the showrunners, we want you at the show to pick up your stuff there. And at the end of the day, I think we don't like mandate it, but it's, yeah, we'd rather have you at the show. So you got a whole year to think about how to get to the show. uh
yeah.
DO6237. So I would just
Well,
be
another
thinking of
another great
that.
opportunity, which was one of my stepping stones, was Comic Art Live, the mystery
Hmm.
sketch event. I mean,
That's
if you
that,
if
no,
you
that's,
you
you're
got
totally
plenty of
right.
time to research an artist that took place last year or
Hmm.
something, and you're like, oh, I really like the way that artist does the style. Look for a few different artists, and then it's not necessarily so much a gamble when you pick an art, a group. Well, yeah, it's a mystery, but pick some artists that you really like, and then hopefully you get that. But that's what you could focus on for OAX 27 is look at a bunch of artists who have taken place in maybe year one, year two, year three, and just get an idea of what you really like, and then
Hmm.
you have this time. I mean, that's how I did it. I just focused in on a bunch of artists that I liked. I started with their groups. So you got amazing groups that take place with comic art fans, TD Art Gallery, the Tulio Art Collective, Next Comic Art is killing it. So I mean, you can't go wrong when you get a commission from any of one of those artists. Just you got to figure out what you like. That's how I've critiqued my collection. I mean, I was just buying sketches, buying sketches, buying sketch. Oh, man, thing sketch, buying it, and then I put them all next to each other, and I was like, I don't like I like it, but I don't really like the way that one looks. So then it got moved to the binder. And then I was like, oh, I really kind of like this style. You know what I mean? So then I started
Hmm.
critiquing it. Then you look at the artist, or CAF gallery, and you just look and you're like, oh, I really like these artists. So that's how I kind of planned for 26 ahead of time before artists were really getting dropped. Just get an idea of like who's taking place, who's getting posted on comic art galleries or comic art fans or any one of these live shows or groups. You can, when you watch their lives, you hear information about these artists that are coming up, and it's just a lot of fun. The mystery sketch is a lot of fun. It's my favorite thing. If there's any gambling involved in what I'm doing, that's the only gambling I'm doing, 'cause I haven't
Right.
been let down.
No, of course not. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the mystery sketch is probably well, there's a lot of fun things we get to do around here, but that one's always enjoyable because the artists know that everybody's expecting a little extra, and for the price points, you really can't go wrong. And most of the time you're getting stuff from artists you might not have bought from before, but it's it leads like if you get something from one of Jiggy's guys, you can easily then go over to his, if you like the work, you can go to Next Comic Art, get a commission, or then, or wait till the next Comic Art Live, commission them there, or look for pre-done pieces, because Jiggy drops a lot of pre-done pieces over throughout the course of the year. So we're promoting Jiggy tonight. Yeah, you go to nextcomicart.com and sign up for his mailing list. You'll be happy. We promise you.
All
But
good people in the Philippines,
yeah,
man.
no, so there's the thing is, there's a lot more opportunities to pick this stuff up today than there were prior to the pandemic. And I think
Yeah.
that just shows you the way the marketplace has kind of evolved, with Whatnot coming in, and like you say, Comic Art Live, OAX. There's just so many different avenues to pick up art, meet artists. And I don't know, it's cool. Back in the, I feel like I thought we were pretty modern, 20 years ago, but I look at it now and it's like we were really in the stone age of original art collecting, because I could never have imagined a world like we have today, where there are so many opportunities and there's so many reps out there now, and so many different ways to pick up art, commission artists that just weren't there 20 years ago. I mean, the art was a lot cheaper. We didn't have that going for us, but yeah, I mean, I think it's exciting. I can't even imagine, where we'll be 4 or 5 years from now. I think it'll be definitely a lot different. I think as we see the artistic styles evolve, and the way publishing might change a little bit in the next 5 years, it's gonna be interesting. But the thing is, the cool thing is, like with the card art and commissioning artists. I mean, that way, you always know you can get new art, even if an artist switches to digital or something. There's always so many other avenues to pick up original art and put things on your back wall. And yeah, I think we're still going to be having a lot of fun, and hopefully more fun, in 2030, or whatever that the next big number will be.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Perna says the mystery sketch was fun to do. You didn't, Tony, so you didn't mind, that you had to mail them back to me across the border and all that stuff. That was easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that.
Yeah, working with Tony and Elaine was awesome.
Mhm.
Great people. I actually got to sit with next to Tony while he did a bunch of the free sketch events that he was generously he took back to the villa, and did a bunch of these sketches for people. And I got to see him do these pieces. Just I was like, oh my god, this is all. We're all chilling, just having a Corona. I was having a good time. You know what I mean? And Tony's just sitting there pulling out some bangers, and it was awesome to see. It was awesome to be just in the environment, just a fly on the wall, hanging out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No, I saw a video from the villa, so I could tell everybody had a really great time there.
Yeah,
But yeah, well, I think Tony did three mystery sketches this time around. He put way too much detail on them, but that's good. We like that. Full figure on a sketch card with a full background. A couple, like 300 or 400 bricks on a wall, that kind of thing. Tony
oh,
doesn't know
that's
when to
Perna.
stop.
Yeah.
That's Perna. That should be a T-shirt. That's Perna.
Oh, that's great. It's almost like you could zoom in on one of his pieces and like look at the brick and there's somebody's name written on it or something, or you could actually see in the window in the
In the
back corner.
mortar of a brick on
Crazy.
one of his sketch cards, he's like put his name or something. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like the
that wouldn't
people who write
surprise
on
me.
rice. It's like crazy. It's like
Oh man, and yeah, and Tim, Off-White Tim in the chat, his work was awesome, and I'll tell you, and Tim, everything, I got to ship a few of his out, I think because they were international, so they came through here, and he put them in those heavy cases too, with essentially personalized, stuff, and I was like, wow, this is taking the mystery sketch to another level, because we don't demand anything, of the artists when they get sent out, but I was like, that's care,
yeah.
that's uh, a level of professionalism that I hadn't seen before, other than stuff I bought directly or had gifted to me. But mystery sketch is like raising its bar numerous times when you get to have artists putting that much attention to their craft too. I mean, again, it's an opportunity, and I think that the artists that get it, uh, they benefit the most from it. So thank you again, Tim, for doing that. Yeah, the collector and me, right? Exactly. I totally get that, and yeah, that's awesome. Rich Danny's is going to be doing mystery sketches in
Ooh,
May. We've lined that up. Rich has been an animator for years. I
wow.
guess he's kind of retired now, but he's very talented, and we're definitely going to get some over to Rich. He's in Canada too. Looks like all of our mystery sketch artists are, well, not all of them, several of them are across the border now.
Canada's got a lot of good artists. They do. We got
What
to
was it?
figure
Yeah,
out this
John Byrne, right?
border
I
thing.
mean, at the end of the day, they've got a history of putting out some pretty talented artists. This
Yeah.
show, yeah. But so, uh, well, I mean, okay, we've talked a lot about. Oh, wait, but mystery sketches are great, and I have to point out, I saw Tim mention too to those of you not going to OAX, you can go to Comic Art Fans and proxy bid on the artwork that's going to be in the auction. I don't have. I'll make sure I dig up the link, or I don't know. Kaz is probably not watching. He probably could get the link a little easier than me, but I will dig it up and put it out there. So you can, so those of you who aren't going to show can get a feel for essentially, just one aspect of what the OAX show is all about. The Saturday night auction is a lot of fun, and uh, Tatiana and Matt did a great job. I don't know if that link came through or not. Here, but I'll put mine in there. I just see like a bracket link
Yeah, it
bracket.
says bracket link.
Never seen that before. Maybe they're doing some weird like editing over at YouTube these days. They're messing around with the chat features. I don't know if you've just it's
Oh
been
yeah.
weird for the last 2 or 3 months. But yeah, we did post three more today. We posted the Julie Bell Scarlet Witch that kicks all
Beautiful.
kind of butts. Yeah, I mean I'm like holy mackerel. No, that was a an admin joke. I'm sorry, guys. Uh, you know, uh, Everything's going over my head these days. Anything that might have meant to be funny, I take seriously. Kezra said something to me the other day, and when he said it, I was like, did they really say that to you? And then I realized he was joking, and I felt like an idiot. But it is what it is. It happens. But the link I just put in the chat, yeah, that's where you can check out some of the OAX stuff. The artworks at the top are like the poster artworks. I mean, we've got some really, the Bella Racklin Spidey. That thing is amazing. The Gist Moon Knight,
Oh
and
yeah.
I mean, holy mackerel, the Alan Davis, Uncanny X-Men piece. I mean, shoot, there's too much stuff, too much artwork. I see it. I see a hand. Oh,
Yeah, the heat's like kicking on real loud. It's like, thanks, babe. I was gonna try to do it myself, but
yeah, that's what you
came in
need it on your
clutch.
phone,
Thank you.
man. One of those Nest devices. I know we're down where I'm at. I'm actually been running the heater in here, and I usually keep the door open when I do, but now it's starting to get a little sweltering, and I keep. Oh, but you know what? Look at this.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I could fix that. I can actually change it to AC now. I know
A
that's
man
unheard of
living
for
in the
where you're
modern
at, but
times.
oh man. Anyway, so all right, so cool. We're gonna get to see you in a few weeks. 23 short days. We talked before the show. You're getting in on Thursday, which is perfect timing
Yeah,
because you'll be able to hang out. Kazra, we got another volunteer for Thursday night, so I think we're gonna get those get the work done maybe even faster than 2 hours. So the volunteer level is kicking up here. So we could throw that out there if you're hanging around the hotel on Thursday. You got to look for Kazra and I, because around 6 o'clock we could use some help in one of the in the Seminole room. We're going to be putting up we're helping set up some of the walls and stuff in there. So if you're there, if we can get a dozen able-bodied people to come in there and help us set that thing up, we'll get done in 2 hours, and we will then the night is ours.
that's what I'm saying.
And I can tell you, I know that one of the next Comic Art crew is celebrating a birthday on Thursday, and they will probably be going out and having a good time, and hopefully many of us will get to join them, and maybe buy the whole team around or something. So
Oh, I'm
I
in.
won't give it away because I don't know if anybody wants them to know whose birthday it is, but it's going to happen.
Oh
Oh
man,
no.
yeah. Put my son to work. We're good.
Hey, look at that. Kessler says we need Stingray to jump into the courtyard fountain. Everybody will have their phones at the ready if that's true. Yeah, Pop Sequential. We did actually have Zevia in the green room for the guests. I don't believe anybody cracked into those cases except for me, unfortunately, last year. But that's okay. I don't care. I've got my Zevia right here, and we'll have some for those who wish to sample it, I'm sure, but no sponsorship. That's the one sponsor we really need to get is Zevia to kind of kick in for all the promotion we do around here. We don't poison our guests. Kazzer was not fond of the Zevia that he's tried. Hey, it's an acquired taste. Um, but we should start looking at some art. Time flies, man. It's 45 minutes into the show already. I mean, and I've learned a lot because at the end of the day, I've only watched a few box break videos and stuff, and so yeah, I get it, but I don't, and I should go to the CAC's penthouse at least once and kind of watch what's going on up there just to kind of get a good feel for it. If I have time, I'll do it. I'm planning on getting around to a few more things this year.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, yeah,
Me and my son will be opening some boxes.
sweet, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see. I know I shared a window, but I just have to pull it into the studio here. Let's see. Where are you? Okay, here we go. So I know that a lot of the artists, well, I think everybody's going to be familiar with many of them because some of our OAX pieces, other pieces are ones that you got, as mystery sketches or probably picked up directly from a few of the artists. So that's a good thing. When I was going through the list, there weren't I felt I was very familiar with many of them, and I'd seen some of the pieces, not just because they were in your calf, but because I've seen them around on socials or some work in progress pieces that were out there. So let's see here, and I don't have any good order here because you just gave me links that just said have at it, right? So
That's it,
uh,
brother.
is that I hope that's cool with you. So,
Yeah.
so Mr. Grove to start things off.
Yes. So, this is Eric Grove, Invincible. This is an awesome piece. This is a gift for my son. When I saw this, we loved watching the show together, and then got into the comic books. Well, I got him into the comics. So I read the comics before the show, and then he was really into it. So when I saw this piece on TD Art Gallery through Tatiana, I was like, "Oh, this is so cool." Um, it's an awesome bust. I love how he did the, like, the color, sample, like, or experiment, table on the top just to figure out what colors he was gonna go with. His style when it comes to, like, his work, I think, you are sleeping on it if you are not getting a piece from him. He did we'll see it in a little bit, but he did a big piece for me. He's doing a sketch card for me for OAX 26. So, definitely looking forward. Great work. Great work. Yellows
Boy,
aren't easy to do either. I paint miniatures, and yellow is a very hard color to get, like, to look like it's shining light correctly. And this was just so cool. Awesome piece.
yeah, I like Eric's work a lot too. What is he has a Swamp Thing in the auction this year, but no, I got a Thor from him in year one. So I
Nice.
think I love his stuff. So yeah, this is a very nice piece. Brown, yeah, that's right. Newell knows his color theory. Um,
There
let's
you go.
see, but this was a purchase direct from TV Art Gallery.
Yep. Yep. This is on my son's wall.
Awesome. Now I know this piece looks familiar, and of course we know it's Gigzilla, JP Coyson, who is a mean singer too. I think maybe we can get him to karaoke or something
That'd be
in
fun.
wouldn't that? Maybe,
Yeah.
I think that's our dream one day is to have some of the creators playing in a band. Do something just off the cuff. Get like George Hodge and Mike Allred. Mannix, JP, Jim Jimenez. Let's figure out whatever we can get them to do. Just give them the stage and the equipment and put on a show for us.
I'm there for it.
But this came out awesome. I love these
Yeah.
pieces by JP because you just don't know what he's going to put in them, and they're huge.
So, I reached out to Jiggy, and I requested a JP piece. He did the only things I told was Man Thing in the Nexus of all realities and put a raccoon somewhere in there. And I believe they were going to when I spoke to JP about it via Instagram. They were going to San Diego Comic Con. So he was actually working or putting this piece together while he was going to California and was influenced by all the pop culture. So he threw in some amazing, awesome little Easter eggs. He got, the Mad TV guy. Um, yeah, the raccoon right there in the corner. You got Pluto all tripped out. You got Homer, Animal. It's a lot in there.
Yeah, you get the Rubik's cube, man. It's yeah, no, it's everything you'd want in a funky JP JP piece. Uh, I've seen enough of these. There's just so much fun. The detail, like
Yeah.
all the line work he throws in there.
The
He-
thatched, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Crazy.
that is nuts. But that's JP. That's why we love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Very, very cool. I feel a little Ditko backgrounds in there too with the way he's handling some of the, uh, some of the elements in this drawing. That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Very tripped out.
Blake says he cooked dinner with happy mushrooms before that one. I think he does it straight.
I'm sure he does.
Knowing JP, yeah, he's a straight and narrow kind of guy, and but he has got one cool design sense about him. That's for sure. If you didn't know JP's work, he's done a lot of work, poster work for
Yeah.
bands and other stuff, and just got a really great eye for composition and fun detail, and just kind of like the dynamic stuff that you'd want in something that you would hang on your wall at the end of the day. And I get to look at the OAX 2024 auction poster, a print, not the original, hanging on the wall because it's just freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So this is I forget now, is it Wool? Miles Wool?
This is Miles Wool. Yeah, that's 8x10. So I got to meet Miles at OAX. I wasn't able to get on his commission list at the show, but I talked to him. We had a great conversation. And then right after the show, I think it was like the weekend after, I was like, Miles, I'm going to do it. I'm going to bite the bullet. And I want a piece from you. And he was generous enough to give me the pricing that he was giving at OAX. And there was no time. I was like, I don't need this. There's no rush. I think he gave me a certain time, which was, a little out. He hit me up within like half of that, and it was like, hey, you want to look at it? And I was like, what? And he sent me this picture, and it's beautiful. The way the moonlight is hitting off of him. Um, there's like little fireflies or will-o-wisps. It's insane. The detail on the eyes. This is it's on my wall. It's a centerpiece on my wall. It's probably, it's beautiful.
No, I love Miles' work. Gonna see it for a few years now, and I thought that's all those pieces that he brought pre-done that he brought to OAX last year were fantastic. I'm pretty sure Alberto got a Captain America, and yeah, I mean his stuff just pops. I mean his colors are just awesome, and he's getting more and more published work these days. So it's cool. He's definitely kind of this could be, I think last year was pretty much a cool breakout year for him where he got a lot of cool stuff. But as we've seen here at Cafe HQ, he's got so much more great stuff coming out in 2026. So yeah, that's great. And Alberto is right. Miles is celebrating a birthday at OAX this year. So for those of you who are going, if you want to, buy him a birthday card, something like that, or you want to buy him a drink. I don't know if Miles, is into drinking at all, but end of the day, think of doing something special for Miles. He's a super nice guy, and you got to at least swing by his booth to see what pieces he brings to the show. But definitely make sure you say happy birthday to him too. And yeah, that's it's third consecutive year coming to the show, and we love him. But congrats on getting this. I mean, he's so damn talented, and he's someone that I haven't gotten anything from. He did gift us a sketch card, so I can say I have that. But when you see his painting, though,
Yeah.
yeah, you have to hang it on a wall.
Yeah. Yeah. It's he, like you said, he's such a cool guy. So nice. He sent it in a frame. So awesome. Kudos. I highly recommend if you can get on his list. His Patreon is awesome. The videos he does. So check that out.
Okay. Art Sears, all right?
Yeah, Bart Sears Battle Beast. This was for my son. I picked this up. I brought it home to him. Battle Beast is an invincible character. It's awesome. I asked him, I was like, hey, can you do blood? Because I think it was just black and white ink was the commission. He's like, yeah, I could do it. And I was like, awesome. And picked this up on Sunday, like right towards the end. And it was awesome. Great experience. That's the second piece I have from Bart. So and I'm getting a Batman from him this year.
Oh, sweet. Now,
Yeah.
what's the size on this one?
This
It is
is
it,
it was the same as this one. So what is that?
was it like 6 by 9? I think he has some
5 by 8 or 6 by 9?
5 by 8. That's right. I know he had kind of a funky size, but those everything's getting around there, right? I think these days, stuff that the artists are doing at shows are tend to be, not out of the norm, but that lets them do more, which I think at the
Yeah.
end of the day is good for those of us who want to get on sketch lists and stuff. At least they get to put more work out there.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I actually, when I saw this, I was like, man, I should be getting Battle Beast.
Mhm. Well, Bart's fun though. He's kind of game for anything. He's done a few interviews and sales shows with him, and uh, yeah, he's been in the business for a long time, but he's still definitely a kid at heart. Yeah, he loves if throwing blood. He's not going to shy away from something like that.
Yeah, great experience with both pieces
Hmm.
from.
No, who's the artist on this one?
So this is I named this piece too. Yeah. So this is Jared Cullum.
Oh,
Um,
the tones and everything, that it I should have known that. I mean, we've been looking at Jared's stuff because, with him at OAX this year, but I'm used to more, I guess, a little more bright tones and stuff. This one's a little bit more muted, but I guess if it suits the subject matter, right?
yeah. So I love all artists. I love all the pieces I have. Every artist has basically hit a specific critique of what I would think, man. That's actually what I've been trying to do is pull artists that I've have a specific vibe or style to them, to change up the wall instead of having something over and over and over again. Um, Jared does this amazing 90s Disney style art with watercolors. Like straight up beautiful piece, like the way he does colors and like you said earlier, vibrant colors. Um, so when I asked him to do Man Thing, he's like, "Yeah, all right." And then I was like, "Can you do raccoons?" And he's like, "I could add a raccoon." And then he added all these raccoons, man. The moonlight reflecting off of them. I named this piece Guardian because I was like, oh, he's guarding them. He's like the guardian of the forest. But it's just sick. This should be a card or something, a cover of a magazine.
It should. It
Yeah,
definitely should. No, I mean it's beautiful. But
I will. I will
Jared,
continuously get stuff from Jared. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, he's amazing. Definitely. Um because he has two pieces in the auction, and they were both one was one of the Cody pieces, and then the uh I'm blanking on what the other piece is at the moment. I should. Oh, the uh, Usagi piece. Both of them are awesome, but very nice guy. And no, it's sweet, man. I mean, it's enough out of the ordinary color wise and subject matter wise for Jared that it just makes it cool. And Kazra turned me on to the fact that he actually does. He teaches some online classes. I'm gonna try to get my daughter who likes to paint to take a class from him. One of the hope maybe in the spring if we can work that out. She's going to school right now, but that would be cool, right? I mean, to actually get to study under somebody whose work you really like.
Oh, that'd be a dream, right? That'd be beautiful. When
It
I
really
when I
is.
thought of him for this year, I was like, I want to see him to do like the brighter. Like that's why I got the Joker and Batman and the bigger piece
Mm,
coming for this year because I want to see how he blends the lighter colors with the Joker to the darker tones with Batman. Curious to see what he does.
mhm.
But he does, yeah, he does the teaching. He posts really cool photos of like him painting like scenery, like live outside like places. It's really cool. Oh, all right. So this is my boy Donnie Peralta, Donovan. He's an up and coming artist. He did Man Thing for me. He did it's like a Cthulhu style, so it's pretty dope.
It has that kind of feel to it. Very, very dark, very like when an artist I like, Bob Eggleton, he'll do like some kind of like dark horror kind of vibe stuff. Sometimes with Cthulhu, other times with like I don't know, they're mythical kind of creatures. This is great. I mean, I love that it's so dark, and then you throw that little wisp of fog and whatnot in the front, and it just
Yeah.
didn't need it, but you add that in there, and it really makes the piece even more special.
Yeah, it gives it such that,
Sweet.
like, depth, you know, and then the glow of the eye is just it's gives it that range where you're like, "Wow."
Wow,
Check
no
out
doubt.
Donnie's work. Yeah.
Yeah, Donnie Peralta.
Donovan Peralta, Donnie, I believe his handle is The Real McCoy Collector. Raj is in the, chat. I know he'd be able to correct me if I'm wrong.
No, that's a good one. I think we're going to another Eric Grove piece. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my big Eric Grove. He did Man Thing. Incredible. His style, the texture that's on this is just it's a beautiful piece. It's like a
Now, was this a
giant.
commission or something pre-done that you
No, this
bought
was a
from?
commission. Yep.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. This is like what I first got from Eric. Um, how I kind of got into knowing Tatiana and Eric through all this, and great experience with both of them. And when I saw this, it what it looks like in person is it can't even explain, like, versus like the picture scan. Those back like the background, the way the it blends out light to the dark, gives the figure, like with the way the light hits it, it's like almost like he's standing slightly closer than the background. It pops. It's a beautiful piece. And I
That's
like his
that's a
style with
beauty.
like the overgrowth. It's cool.
And commission it was directly through Tatiana.
Yep.
Yep. Sweet. What was the turnaround time on a painted piece like that?
Um, again, Eric actually did pretty quick. I
Mm.
don't think it was that. I think he said 6 months, and I got this. I want to say 3 to 4 months. 4 months. Um,
Can't go wrong there. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
no, and
great.
it was like he kept with the updates and everything, and it was a smooth process. No
We have the
waiting and like, oh, what's going on? Nothing too crazy long.
the real McCoy collector in the chat.
Oh,
But
it's
yeah, yeah, definitely. Eric nailed the anatomy on this. That is fantastic.
yeah, it's more of a monster vibe, like his vibe for monsters, which I like.
Now, you mentioned this artist, a couple of minutes ago, but just kind of in an interesting way. Yeah, Peralta is somebody whose work I really like. I think we first saw him. Kaz, you could probably correct me on this one. I think it was maybe 4 mystery sketches ago. It feels like like the first time Splash Page brought him in to do that, and he excelled. Mikhail ML got a really great Galactus piece, and everybody was like, "Oh man, this guy, where did he come from?" Those are the moments we always enjoy as collectors, right? When you see somebody whose work speaks to you, and you realize it speaks to almost everybody else in the room too. That
Yeah.
that doesn't happen too often, but Peralta really hit the scene in a way that that you saw that, and uh, it made you want to get a piece from him. So I think many people did get stuff from him, and I think this thing is freaking beautiful, man. The colors are great. Uh, we were just looking at the way Eric treated, Man Thing. This is totally different. I mean, I feel like his back, that hump is more tree, and more, there's more depth there because, than what we might perceive. But it's just great. I mean, what did you think when you opened this piece?
So I actually this was a pre-show commission for
Great.
OAX 25. So I
Okay,
got to I
good.
got to get this in person. Very cool. Mark Hay was awesome. Herman was awesome. Um, this was so Herman did Man Thing for the RL Stein run, um, which was really cool. Um, when I got to actually see this, the bird was insane. The way the bird is sitting up on the top corner of the branch, the overgrowth with the eyes, the way he does the actual tone of like the muscles and everything, but the veins look like part of like vines. It's insane detail for just a bust. I mean, it's beautiful, and that's a big piece. It's a weird size. I believe it's the official. I think it's B4 is what it is. I had to get a frame from Asia for it to fit. Very, very weird. But the paper's textured. It's
Uh-huh.
beautiful the way it in person, the way the light reflects off of it. You could actually see what he's done with it. But he did which one was it? He did this piece. I don't know if you could see it. We're probably going to go over it in a little bit, but he did that in the mystery sketch event for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a mystery sketch, which is, and he only spent like 5 minutes on that, which was insane. It's insane.
Well, everybody needs to get something from Herman in their collection, and that's right. I forgot about Tom. He said, that he has an eternity piece by Herman, and yeah, it's great. And it's true. The auction piece last year that Steve Davich won and is up in his cap gallery that he gave to his son, and his son now has that piece hanging up at his wall. The Magneto fighting those Sentinels. That was such a good piece.
Yeah, yeah, insane work. I believe he's doing the Magic run right now. Herman Peralta.
I did not know that. That's cool. Wait a minute. No, I have seen that. That's right, because Mark has posted a few things on his site. I forgot. Yeah, that's true. Dan Goodwin says mystery sketches lead to a lot of commissions. That
They
that is
do.
very, very true. And it's in a good way too. I mean, I look at what Jiggy's crew has been able to do. They were part of mystery sketches in their first year of Jiggy kind of forming Next Comic Art, and you go around CAF today, and there's a lot of the artists are represented in there, and they're not just mystery sketches anymore. Lots of commission style pieces.
Mark Hay with Splash Page Comic Art.
Oh, for Gabriel. Oh, yeah, Marquet, exactly. Yeah, kind of a weird looking guy. I've known him for 25 years, but a good guy
Yeah,
nonetheless. He will be at OAX again this year, and Mark and I have been friends for many years. He was actually the first dealer website that we ever built, because after we had done CAF, he was like, "You can build websites? I need a website." And so there you go. That when Mark really got his stuff going, it was we were the ones working with him.
yeah.
But
He
yeah.
actually he helped me get my first published splash page. So
Oh,
that was awesome. So I have a
I
Herman
got my
Peralta
first
man thing.
DPS from Marquet.
Oh yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
exactly. He's broken a lot of us collectors in over the years. I mean, but hey, when you've been in business for that long, I mean, you've probably started a lot of collectors off on their journey. I keep looking at this, expecting to see like some raccoon eyeballs popping out
Yeah,
somewhere.
right. It's the one thing that's missing.
I'm like, where is it? It's got to be in here somewhere.
There will be a future Peralta piece with a raccoon somewhere because I just want to see how he does a raccoon.
Oh man, well you mentioned Jimenez earlier, and this here's Jim stuff. I mean, we first started seeing Jim stuff in the mystery sketches, and they were all ink wash, black and white, and it was so cool when he started introducing color to them. And so this is a great piece. I mean, Jim's very talented, and while I've not gotten to see him play with his band, the artwork that he's put out there in the sales shows and the mystery sketches just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, well, he's over there winning game shows.
Right, exactly. Family Feud.
Yeah,
Anybody? I mean, yeah,
it's
that's
crazy.
totally nuts. But he was proud of that moment. That was cool.
Oh, it's so awesome. That's so awesome. This was one of the funnest pickups I've ever the energy Jim and Jiggy were giving off when they presented me this at OAX and introduced themselves to me and my girlfriend. Um, it was just electric. It was just like high octane. Look at this. And it was like, oh my God, this is insane. We got to talk. He stepped away from his booth to like talk to me and show me this. That's actually what lit the fuse of the relationship that I've with all of these guys at Next Comic Art, where I was like,
Mhm.
Jiggy's awesome, man. All these guys are awesome. Every single artist in their group and gals are awesome. And you got to check them out. Any one of them. I mean, you could literally write all their names down on a wall, throw a dart blindfolded, and you're gonna like what you get. I'm not even kidding.
That is very true. Look at number one Marvel fan says he has 12 pieces by Jim. Highly recommended. You are the number one Marvel fan and the number one Jim Jimenez fan
There you
too.
go. Yeah, when I was picking this up, he did a rocket raccoon for somebody, and I was like,
No.
this is just when I was like, I was like, oh my goodness, it was so cool, man. It's like, but
Well,
this was a
congrats.
beautiful
That is
piece.
a good one. And that's, yeah, I've always gotten that enthusiasm from Jiggy and his team. You know, they love what they do. They clearly appreciate the patronage that the collectors show them, and they just love making art. I mean,
Yeah.
that what I, I couldn't imagine being, that I would have loved to have been able to be an artist to make money at it. These guys are, doing it. They've got a good guy repping them, and yeah, I mean, when you have all that going for it, you as a team, I mean, you just want to be able to support them one way or another.
Yeah, 100% support your artists, support local artists. I mean, the background was not included in the commission, and he just did that watercolor, which just made the piece even pop even more. Where
Hmm.
some artists sometimes really you know go the extra mile. So appreciate them, support them.
Well, we got a couple more OAX artists coming up here. I think the next one is Josh Cassara, right?
Yeah.
I recognize his signature anywhere.
So that you actually mentioned this before. There was an artist that you didn't get a commission from. You were waiting, but now the list closed, and maybe
Hmm.
you. So this was that exact situation. I missed Joshua's pre-show commission opportunity for 25.
Hmm.
Was walking the floor, said hi to him. I met his wife and him. Awesome to talk to them. And I just happened to ask, hey, do you have any time or did anyone, did you finish everything? And he was like, I have time to do something. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. So I got a floor commission from Joshua right there. Um, I think that was Saturday. I picked this up Sunday. And when I picked it up, he's like, "This was a lot of fun to do. I was just drinking in the hotel room, and this is what I was like, what?" I was like, "That's awesome, man!" And it's such a cool piece. The way the mushrooms and everything, it's so cool. There's a ladybug on it. It's fire. The
Oh,
flower.
yep, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no raccoon though.
No, 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 no. I wasn't gonna put any requests. This is a floor commission, squeezing me in. I was more than grateful just to get whatever I could get.
Oh, no, I agree.
I
But
didn't want
yeah.
to be like, oh well, while you're at it, do this, this, and this.
But it's great. I mean, Josh is one of my favorite people in the
Yeah,
business. There, just an awesome guy, and we enjoy getting to hang out with him. He buys art too. I mean, he's a fan. So no, this came out cool, man. I mean, this is the stuff I don't get to see getting done too much on the floor. I know Kazra misses out on it too. We don't get to see a lot of the pieces that get created at the show, but I don't know. Yeah, I love it. I love knowing that the artists, they take the pre-OAX, but they all, like you said, you missed out on that. But every artist, by and large, is doing sketching, at the show too. So when you
yeah.
if you get blocked out of a guarantee, there's still the chance to pick something up.
Don't be afraid to ask. You never know.
No.
They could have came prepared and banged everything out before the show, and maybe they were thinking they'd just relax and hang out or something. They're like, hey, you know what? I have time. So
Hmm.
and if they don't, it's not that like they're gonna tell you to go F off, you know what I mean? So you
No. Well, the thing,
yeah,
the good thing is say hi, introduce
yeah,
yourself, ask, you can tell them you're on calf, show them a few things you collect, and the thing is, that if you don't get something that time around, you might, he'll probably remember you the next time, whether it's at OAX or another show that he might be going to. That's the beauty of all this. You really can get to know the artist. They might not remember your name when you come up the next time, but if you're the man thing guy, especially if you have that kind of going for you, you've already got an angle that they can't forget. So there's nothing wrong with that. And I know that the majority of the artists that are there, if you just casually say, you want to see some of the stuff I collect, I bet you that more 95% of them will say, I'm not that busy. Yeah, I want to see it. What do you got in there? So that's a good thing because they love this stuff too, man.
yeah.
It's OX is an event for the artists, to hang out with their peers as well. So show off the art. All right, I think we have another man thing, and I think it's the one that you kind of showed us a minute ago, or a few minutes ago, the Bart Sears, right?
Yeah, yeah. So Bart did this for me. I love this piece. I might bring this to OAX to see if he'll do the eyes red, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. That's the only thing. I loved it. It's so sick. I mean, the actual detail on the line work that he did is wild. But the eyes, I was like, oh, when I got it, I was like, because he literally finished it. I think it was like Sunday in the afternoon. So I was like, oh, I'm happy with it. And then um, when I put it in the frame, and then my son had the blood on the battle beast. I was like, why didn't I ask him to do the eyes red? I was like, so this sits here, and it like, you didn't get the eyes red.
I would almost guarantee that he would be very happy to do that. I can't imagine that he wouldn't.
Oh yeah, people have told me actually that before. They're like, "Oh, you should do it. We'll do it." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, user EF7 says, I learned so much from his Brutes and Babes in Wizard magazine. I think a lot of people did. I mean, that's where I think most people either think of that his cross-gen time, his time at Valiant. He got around a lot in that era, but the Wizard stuff, yeah,
Yeah.
anybody who was buying that magazine saw his art every month.
Thing right. We're
Man,
all man thing gazers. Gotta love a good man thing.
exactly. Now, we're moving into some Comic Art Live mystery sketches here. So
Oh
this
yeah.
is a Jamie Jones piece. And it's funny, as many of those I've seen, I hadn't seen this one before until I went to your CAF gallery to get the art. Jamie's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
he's killing his OAX commissions right now too. But he's got just a cool line quality. It's very unique. You see it, it's his. And this thing's, I mean, it's gorgeous. I really love it. The colors pop, the blue, the yellow lightning bolt, all that, man. It's great.
Yeah, this was again, this is gonna lead to a commission. Because then I got this, I was like, "Oh, who?" And then I looked up their socials, and I was like, "Oh my goodness." So this was Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, so like the
Hmm.
old Batman, and this is what, he brought back, which is awesome. Grizzled Batman, older Batman, which is fire.
Well, I had one of Jamie Jones' OEX commissions previewed to me today. It was a Cyclops and a Marvel Girl, and it was unfreaking believable. I can't wait to see that one because I mean, it made me think of different time, because I love the X-Men and Cyclops is my guy, but Marvel Girl costumes always cool to see, and you just see that in the way Jamie drew it. It was just like I thought of like Stranko. I thought of X-Men 137. I mean, you see it, and artwork, sometimes makes kind of inspires you to think beyond, the piece you're looking at. Not too often. But I saw this one, man. I was like, oh, I wish that was mine. Yeah. So, so yeah. So somebody's gonna be really happy at OEX when they pick that one up, I think.
Yeah, so this is a sketch card. So
Hmm.
I believe somebody asked in the chat. So it's a sketch card from Mystery um Comic Art Live. What was it? November.
The November one, right?
Mhm.
Alberto says someone else asked for. You'd be surprised, Alberto. There's at least two other Cyclops art collectors out there. Agent X710. I guess Agent X710 has seen the Cyclops piece and knows which one I'm talking about. Because
Oh.
yeah, I don't know if it was shared with me by one of Jamie's friends. He sent it along just to make me be jealous. But so it may be out there on his socials already. But yeah, it's killer. Now
Awesome.
Tony
This was
Parker, right?
Yeah, yeah. And this actually introduced me to his art. This was an awesome absolute Batman piece. Um, I just threw it out. This was one of the last ones I threw out there just to see what I'd get, and I'm a big fan of absolute Batman. It reinvigorated me into collecting comics and reading again. So
Hmm.
I was like, oh, I want to see somebody do absolute Batman, and the way he did the spikes coming off of him, it's crazy. The fire.
I like the angle of the viewport you did there too. I mean, I didn't quite catch that at first, but that subtle angle there, that's cool. And doing it without really any border, it's just I like, again, people can get creative with a 2.5 by 3.5 inch space. This you get beyond the fact that you're drawing on something small, and bam, you can do fun things. That's great,
Yeah,
man.
like his teeth are actually like gritting. There's like texture on the card. It's crazy. It's wild detail.
Wow. Well, congrats on that. I've always liked Tony's work. It's funny. I've seen him do pre-OX, or not pre-OX, mystery sketch work before, and I remember him doing color stuff. But boy, I hope he does more because that's phenomenal.
Yeah, was very happy with the way that came out. When I opened that up, I was like, "What?" So, because Tatiana sent me an email. She's like, "Oh, here's the picture," and I was like, "I'm not looking at it."
Oh man, congrats. That's great. Now, departure. But you mentioned, we just been looking at some Batman stuff. So you said you were doing some Joker and Batman. So here you have a Moritat
Mhm.
Joker piece, and it's from. Look at did you just get it? Did you get it a little late? Is that why it says 2026 right there?
No, no, you know what? At first, when I opened it up, I laughed because I was like, "Oh, he did it as a joke, because it's the Joker instead of
Hmm.
25, 26." But then I saw a bunch of the pieces he did, and he did that. He changed it to 26. I don't know why.
Well, he is a funny guy. So I'm gonna have to ask him why. I was just gonna say I hope that you didn't he didn't finish it in 2026. So that's
No,
that's
no,
good.
no, no, no. I am waiting on one. I'm waiting on one, but
I do know
I
there's a
believe we're
few out there that
yeah.
I heard about, but I think is it getting delivered at OAX?
I believe it's gonna get delivered at, by Jiggy at OAX, so I'm
Okay, good.
looking
Yeah, there's a
forward to
couple
it.
that well, we never want it to wait or take that long, Matt. You know that, so
It's
I
totally
apologize.
fine.
And I think you're owed a few blanks too, if I'm not mistaken. At least one from Marquet. And I'll
Yeah,
make sure
one from RK. Yeah.
I will. I'll make sure I've got a few extras with me. If he doesn't bring them, I'll have them.
Yeah, awesome, I appreciate that. But yeah,
Uh,
Moritat did awesome, that was fun, and, this Batman, when I saw this, I was like, "What?" And then I had to take it out of the sleeve. That's all dots, like, those dots are actually textured, so it's raised above the card. It's like snow, it's beautiful.
Yeah, Brian likes to go crazy sometimes with paints on his on the commission pieces that he's done. And yeah, when I saw this one, I was jealous, and because the other piece was a Cyclops too, so it's like the two that Brian did were freaking unbelievable, and I was very happy. Brian's super talented. We're gonna get him to OAX one of these years. He invited him this year. He wasn't able to make it, but I'm going to invite him again for 2027 and try to get him to come out because he's just. I mean, again, look at all the putting the cityscape behind him, the bat signal, snow. I mean, he could have stopped at any one of those points and left that stuff out, and it still would have been great. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, the windows and the skyscraper in the background, it's like, are those people standing in it? It's crazy, it's wild.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, it's like winning the lottery when you get some of these out there. But no, that one's beautiful. What do we got here? Now we have a Man Thing, Jim Jimenez again.
Yeah, yeah. This was awesome. I love this piece. Got it in my, the little display in the back on the shelf. I'm probably gonna do another one of these for 26.
Oh,
You can
sweet.
get these on Amazon.
No, wait, it's a single display kind of thing?
Yeah, you could
Oh, that's
actually
cool.
so the bottom here comes with, longer pieces, so you could it's stable, but
Hmm.
there's the ability to actually anchor these into your wall. So
Oh, so you could pretty much almost hang it anywhere
you
then.
could hang it on your wall, like, and you could do a few of them. That's like the future idea. Got to find a good
That's
anchor point.
right, right. Oh, and
But yeah,
and I assume like those posts they come in different sizes, so you could have it
yep.
any distance from the wall you'd want to set it up. Oh, that's pretty cool. I've never seen anything like that.
I've seen some pretty cool displays where people have like an inlet light under it and it like shines up. Looks pretty cool.
Awesome. I saw Newell. Yes, Newell commissioned Brian Hitch for a piece that's going to blow his mind, and he will be able to pick it up. Brian emailed me yesterday, said he was putting a batch of commissions and some new art that he'll have for sale in the mail by Friday. So I'll have it, and I will. Anybody who commissioned him, I'll be bringing it to OAX if you're going to.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, this. I think the next one's the Maxi Dallo. Yep.
Mm,
Look at
yeah,
that.
this was cool to get. It's like creepy, it's very cool.
You didn't forget to ask for red, or did he do that on his own?
He did it at his own. Yeah. I just man thing. That was it. I like to let them have creative freedom. You know what I mean? I don't want to restrict them with any kind of, because then are they trying? When you sometimes when you give somebody too much direction or specific keywords or something, they're gonna try to appease that keyword in certain ways that it's not. It might restrict them to do something crazy. Or whatever they want to do. So
Right.
I leave it
Right.
loose.
Well, no raccoon, but it doesn't need it.
No, no, not with the mystery sketches. Usually I leave those for the commissions or slightly larger pieces. Um,
Which you're
Uranga
moving on.
is doing one for me. He added a raccoon, so that was cool.
Did he?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you ask for it, or did he
I
know
did,
that?
yeah, I did.
Okay.
When we were at the Comic Art Fan meetup at New York Comic Con.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you were there. That's right. I remember seeing a couple photographs from that.
It's like,
Yeah.
dude, you got to do a raccoon in it for me.
Yeah, he got a lot of pre-OAX commissions. I'm curious to see how they turn out. I mean, him and Matt Allison, a couple of guys got a lot. So, yeah, it keeps him busy,
Yeah,
especially this time of year. It's probably a good thing. But next up is one of my favorite artists over at Jiggy's. I love them
yeah,
all, but Von's work continues to get better and better, and he's got such a sense of composition and style. I mean, I just love the way he draws the figure, and he's just got that kind of kinetic line work that just gives the figures a lot of energy. And no, this is gorgeous.
yeah. This was a beautiful, beautiful piece.
And again, a mystery sketch card.
Yeah, dude,
Not too
this was a
shabby.
mystery sketch. Um, Insane. Love this Barbara Gordon.
Let's see. I think we're going into some OAX related. Is this like the I think OAX
Yeah,
sketch
yeah,
cards?
yep.
Yeah.
So this was a pre-show commission from PJ Katakutan. We're actually working now on a long storyline of Man Thing and this raccoon. So every sketch now or piece I get from him will be a storyboard of what's going on from this original sketch.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You guys have kind of agreed that
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. A
Eventually,
lot of
it's just going to be the raccoon. The last one's just going to be the raccoon.
times you got the whole story worked out.
In my head, yeah, 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 yeah. Again, creative freedom to BJ. So we
Mhm.
just loosely talked about it, and he loved the idea, and I'd like to see that little raccoon bigger. So-
Well, yeah, it's awesome. I mean, there's a sense of movement in this piece, and not just because of the butterfly shapes, but I mean, he looks like he has weight, in this, just the way PJ's drawn him. But PJ's super talented. He's being rep by Next Comic Art right now too. But I really didn't know his work a lot until the last OAX. But yeah, he's fantastic. We had him on one of the Next Comic Art sales shows, and I was jealous of like a couple of the pieces that were in there that that if I would have been paying close attention, I might have bought them before they came up. Before we put the sale out there, because they're just so good. PJ's awesome. Yeah, this
yeah,
this is gorgeous.
he does incredible female characters,
Hmm.
and he's been working on this this new style he's doing on sketch cards, and beautiful work. Beautiful work's coming out of PJ. So keep your eye open for him. When you see these things, I'm sure you're gonna be like, I'm gonna get a commission from him.
Well, if you do the sequential thing with them, maybe you can get it where you can put it on one of the display case thing, like behind you, but
Yeah, that's
get the
actually
number.
where that's gonna. Yeah, yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's the way I'd want to see it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's eventually what it will be. Yeah.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Awesome. And do you have another one coming from him this year, or
Oh
when?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
One of these and a Barbara Gordon Batgirl in that new style he's doing.
All right. Well, you got to show those to me.
Oh,
I
I
want to
will.
see them in person.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned, Dak earlier, so you have a DeMeo piece here?
Hmm.
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun. Um, the whole Tulio Art Collective group, that the table, walking up, getting to meet them, every one of them was fun, was exciting to talk to, very cool energy, and he was excited to do this, so he was excited to give it to me, and it was a lot of fun to talk to them. Pops the way he does the the highlighter outline.
Oh, yeah. DeMeo's got a style all his own. I mean, I think we'll see more creators trying to, figure him out and kind of, ape his style, but
Yeah,
I think he's a genuine guy, and his artwork is just so unique. It just makes it fun to go look at what, Tutulio has there, because Bianchi and their styles are so very different, but they're
yeah.
both dynamic uh, and I don't know. I was gonna use the word international, but, it just is a different flair that we're not used to,
Yep.
or we're not used to seeing, regularly. And now he has Assad coming in too, so it's gonna be kinda
Yeah.
cool to see the 3 of them in the same booth and the artwork that they choose to put on their back walls and stuff. So, no, this is a good one. Really, really nice.
Thank you. Yeah. Love it.
I think we got some Miles Wool pieces in here. You worked with Miles on it for a few things, right? Over
So
the time?
this is Miles at his booth had these sketch cards available for purchase. Um, so I actually was with my girlfriend. We walked up to the booth, said hi to Miles, and then I saw this, and then we walked away. And we're like halfway towards, like, from where he was to like going into the room. And I'm telling my girl, I'm like, I really like that. I don't, you want to be cautious with where you spend your money. You don't want to be broke the first day. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I really like it. And she goes, you better turn around and get it. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, it's gonna be gone. And then you're gonna be upset about it's gone. She's like, you saw it, you have the money, go get it now. So I turned around, I picked this right up off the table, and I was like, because I love the Joker, the way he did it was amazing. He actually did other pieces for the show, for 25, and I kind of made it a goal to try to acquire all of these. Um, this one, and there's a Spider-Man one he did, but he did for, um, and I apologize if I'm going to say this incorrectly. He did it for a an officer who lost his life, and the family was doing like a fundraiser. The proceeds to both that and the Spider-Man went to that donation. Very good, awesome pieces. The way the rain is hitting it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miles is very I mean,
And
he's great. But that's
yeah.
great that your girlfriend kinda leaned into, the purchase though too, let you know that you'll regret this. It's
Yeah.
always you know, um, I will say that I will definitely have 2 cash machines on the show floor this year. So for those of you who are running a little bit low and, have no willpower, there will be there will be 2 cash machines. We will make sure they're full of cash in
There you
case you
go.
want. Oh, here, I think here we go. You have another piece by Miles, another a man thing.
Yeah. So I reached out to him and I was like, "Hey, I'd love to get a man thing done in that cool loose sketch card style you were doing for your booth." And he was like, "Yeah, all right." And he did this, and I was like, "That's so cool." I mean, to go from one medium and style to then that, and I love them both. You know what I mean, just as much. So it's very cool.
But that wasn't a pre-done one, right?
No, no, that was a commission from after OAX. I requested it.
Okay.
This was a purchase at this was a commission that I got on the after OAX due to his card styles. And that's was my favorite Batgirl. It's sick the way he did the style, the eyes pop. And it's just so simple too with the watercolor in the background. It's beautiful.
It is nuts, but it's all it needs. It's perfect. Alberto wants to know if we can have a doctor on. doctor on the floor to do organ donations when because his cash machine at least has daily limits. Sorry, Alberto, that is not going to happen.
Oh, here we go. Here's a Perna.
Yeah, you know a Perna when you see one.
Yep. Yeah. Rocket Raccoon by Tony. It's awesome.
Now, when did you get this? Was this
Free sketch event.
Oh, you got it as a part of the free sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tony,
Right.
doesn't Tony know he's supposed to only take 3 or 4 or 5 minutes? He's got to set limits for himself when he does these things.
Well, he like I said, he brought these back to this place and he made it like an event. We're all hanging out and everything, and
Yeah, well, the
he
free
mailed
sketch
me
event
these.
on Sunday is fun.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I mean, walking around the hall and seeing lines, everybody's, having a good time. Uh, not every artist does, participates in it, but when that's going on, it's like uh, you don't see like the artists who aren't drawing, they're all kind of just there's not a lot to do because everybody in the hall is getting free sketches. I
Yeah.
mean, it's unheard of in this day and age, unless you go to Europe to have artists doing free sketches. But it's one of the core tenets, I think, of OEX that will always be a part of it. Keep it fun, pay a little bit back, and at the end of the day, because you can pick and choose what artists you go to.
Yeah.
So you're really going to people who you think will be fun, and you get your guaranteed 5 minutes talking with the artist while they're doing it for you too. I mean, it's cool. It will always be a part of the show.
Yeah. And think about how many commissions followed the free sketch event. A lot of people got the free sketch from somebody and they were like, oh my goodness, like, all right, let me hit this artist up. And I mean, that's kind of what happened with a few of these artists.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that came out very, very nice. And
Yeah.
another Tony Perna. This one
Yeah.
looks like the detail on this thing makes it look like it should be some kind of a book illustration, or this could be the corner box art for crying out loud on a Man Thing comic book. You got to call
Right.
you got to scan the sucker and send it to CB Sobalski and say, "Hey man, next Man Thing comic book, this needs to be the corner box art."
That would be so cool. Yeah, this was insane when Tony showed me this. I was like, what? Insane ink lining, wild detail.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome.
Love the way he did the eyes. Really cool.
I didn't even notice. Yeah, there's like a figure in there, isn't there? At least I see a figure. See a figure going. "Meh."
Yeah,
But
it's the way he
yeah,
just
that's
did.
that's spooky,
Really cool.
Tony. What were you thinking, man, when you drew that? Yeah. All right, cool. Well, Tony, this is great, as we expect out of you. Oh,
Chris
Omega?
Dominga. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I've met Chris for years now, and his wife at New York Comic Con, and the New York Comic Con right before OAX, I just happened to ask. I was like, "Hey, you guys going to OAX?" And they were like, "We think we are." And I was like, "Oh, if you are you doing pre-show commissions?" And they're like, "We don't know if it's the timing's gonna line up, but just come see me at my booth." So
Mm.
I saw Chris, walked right up to him. I was like, "Bro, you gonna do it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right." So yeah, he did this at the show for me, which was awesome. So cool in his style.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's very illustrative, but kind of painterly at the same time with the way he's handling whether that's Copics or whatever type of alcohol markers he's using in there to kind of blend it all together. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
I tried to get one for Chrissy, but one day,
He was busy.
Yeah, she's tough to get one from because she's so busy. But
Hmm.
one day I'll get it.
Okay. They both worked on the auction poster this year. We were very happy about that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And look, another Perna.
Yeah, with Rocket Raccoon in it.
Uh-huh.
So this was an actual commission I got from Tony, pre-show commission. This was incredible piece. The details in it, you could just keep looking at this for a while and just be like, "What?" There's a turtle in it. A lot of details.
Oh, there's a dragonfly. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, Tony. If he can't draw bricks, he's going to draw a lot of vegetation. I'm like
Yeah,
a fungus, he says.
really cool.
For those of you not in the know, Tony likes to eat. So, bringing him a sandwich during the middle of the day or the end of the day, that's something that he always appreciates. So feel free. He'll thank you later. That's for sure. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's it. That's how you worm your way into his life. Just a good sandwich and a bottle of water, probably. Oh man, yeah, that came out great. And then Shack, right?
Yeah, Jonathan
Okay,
Wayshack. Yeah,
that's
that's
cool.
insane. And like you said, I walked up and he's like, "Oh, you don't have to pay me unless you like it." And I'm like looking at it, looking at him, looking at it. I'm like, "Are you crazy?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "That was a white card, right?" Like, look how black the black looks. Like it looks like it's a black card. Like that's how I was like, "This is insane." Like wild details.
Yeah, yeah. John's amazing. He really is. He's doing that cul-de-sac book now.
Yeah.
He's gotten to do some card art over. Yeah, he's probably got a lot of people lined up that want to work with him professionally now because his stuff is just fantastic. And he's been out there for a while. It's just like he's finally hitting his stride where everybody's caught on. Kezra has known him for years because yeah, he's just loved his work for a long time. I've seen him on CAF for a long time. He's used the site to kind of as a place it's one of his social sites at the end of the day. But yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah. The
And
like
he
the
is humble.
intensity. Yeah, yeah. It's crazy how much like the blank white of his eyes is so intense. It's insane.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, Jimenez again.
Yeah, Rocket Raccoon, which is so cool because you don't usually get a side profile of him. So it's really cool.
Commission or free sketch? What
Free
was this one?
sketch.
That's
Free sketch
awesome.
event. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can get a lot done in, hour and a half, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You really can. I mean,
Look
he
for a
just
short
drew that real
storyline.
quick with a pen. He did it
Hmm.
the ink wash in the back and signed
That,
it. I
that's
was like,
great.
okay.
And Moritat again.
Yep, free sketch event. It was a lot
Dang,
of fun.
you made
I,
out pretty good, man.
well, I hit their whole table, so it was Maxi, and that's how I got to meet them all. So it was Maxi, Herman, Moritat, and then the other artist wasn't
uh,
participating.
oh, the other artist didn't,
No,
or did?
yeah,
Brian
not in the free
East.
sketch. Yeah,
Okay, or was that Paulo? Paulo was there.
probably.
Probably
I believe
Paulo.
it was a
Yeah.
P. Yeah,
Let's see. Another Maxi.
yeah, that's the one he did there. And that when I tell you that was like a minute.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. We talked longer than he drew that. Yep. Like, it was crazy.
Wow. I think that's actually the last image that I took. I think it was the last one in that OAX sketch cards folder. How did I miss the Peralta? There's a couple pieces in there. I'm not sure how I missed them. I want to show them. I'll have to go load them up in your calf here for a second. Yeah, those are. Let me see. Switch over to
If you're gonna
here.
look for one, here's one someone from the chat requested.
Oh, okay. Which one was that?
It's in the sketch cards gallery. I think it's official sketch cards or no commissioned sketch cards. It's gonna
Okay.
be Yuriko Shiro. That's probably that's a piece of work, like piece of art. So that I should have told you. I apologize to show that one.
There you go.
So that's her
Wow.
Batgirl, and then she did a man thing for me. You
That's
got to
really
check her out. Her art is insane. She does female characters beautifully. And when I asked her to do man thing, she was like, I'll try. And then you're gonna see what she tried. And I'm like, what? Which is unbelievable.
Is it in your calf?
Yeah, yeah, it should be in the calf.
Oh, Let's see, 'cause oh, maybe even see, this is what happens. I use the name thing. It looks like her first name might be spelled wrong
Oh, I
with
apologize.
an
I
L
might have.
instead of a K. Oh, here
There
we
it
go.
is. So that is, I couldn't believe it when she she sent me that.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the detail is insane. This was a
Wow.
commission.
That's
Beautiful.
really nice.
Yeah. I believe some of her pieces have been like spotlighted at Haven or Haven
Haven
Gallery.
Gallery, yeah, I
Mhm.
can understand why. I mean, this looks like
Yeah.
a published piece.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a few painters that I follow, Philippe Berberin and gosh, I can't think of the other artist's name, but no, I mean, just from it, this is a complete piece. I mean, and it's
Yeah.
small, right? It's sketch card size,
It's a sketch card.
and yet it has so much detail to it. That's gorgeous.
Y-
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't recommend her enough. Check her out on Instagram, Messenger. See what she can do for you. I got this, and then I got the Batgirl.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, and one day I'm gonna try to get a bigger piece from her.
Right. That's what Tom just said. Need an 11 by 17 binder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
And
Like,
and yes, there's more. You got two raccoons in here, right? Yes.
yeah, yeah. She put two in for me, little baby and an older one.
Yeah. Alberto says you need to get a Bella Racklin man thing.
That
She would
is on my list. That is
yeah.
one day.
Yeah, she took 5 pre-OX and they sold out really fast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that and you knew she's just pretty hot right now with all the with all the work, the card artwork that she's done. I mean, the collectors just like jumped all over all that stuff. I wasn't really familiar with her work until it started popping up on CAF, and I was like, dang. So I was glad that Kazra worked out getting her to the show because yeah, that's going to be awesome. The whole CAX section is going to be amazing. I know
yeah.
if I want to find you, that's probably where I'll start. I'll look over there, see if you're over there. If you're not there, I'll go check out Jiggy's table next, and then it's not there, then maybe over by Splash Page.
I'll be wandering. I gotta map the floor day
Hmm.
one. So free sketch event. I got a floor plan.
Well, I know, like we did last year, I am quite certain that we'll get the floor plan out there, in advance of the show, because I remember a lot of people were asking because they were trying to figure out, we're collectors. We like want to highlight the hot spots on the floor, maybe like put a star by the ones that got to be on the top 5 list to hit early, especially on preview night now,
Yeah,
or first thing on Saturday. So yeah, we totally get it, and we're actually we're putting in some work with regards to putting getting a version of something that we'll be able to show. It's not going to be ready anytime soon, but definitely in advance of the show we'll put it out there.
well, the
But no,
mobile
this is
app you
good.
had was really helpful.
Oh, doing the scan to yeah. I know in
Yeah,
one way or another we're going to have that again. I have a couple ideas maybe on how to make at least the preview for the auction pieces a little bit better, or at least maybe a little bit more easy for us and better at the same time, which is always a good thing. The program will definitely be available and then on your phone, and
yeah,
yeah, yeah. And we're always looking to improve. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely helped because I what was it? I think was there a pamphlet? I can't remember. I
There was a
remember
printed pamphlet,
there
and
was, right? I lost
yeah.
that,
And
and
then,
then
but it was on your badge. You could scan your badge,
oh,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's what it
Yep,
was. So there wasn't an app, Alberto. We just on your badge. If you look at the back of your badge, there were 2 QR codes. One was
yeah,
for the program, and the other QR code was so you could download basically the preview of all of the auction that we updated throughout. I mean, I updated it almost all day Saturday as artists were giving us stuff so people could have the list of pieces and look at them better. Even though we had the big screen TV and everything, it was cool to have it on your phone too if you wanted it.
and
Alberto's too old for QR codes.
I believe Saturday you also updated for Sunday all the artists who were taking place in the free sketch event with a red
I
dot
think
next to them or something.
I Yeah, I do think I updated the PDF for the floor map one time because
That
that was
helps.
important, and I think we've done a much better job. Once we've I think we'll be able to make sure that we won't have to update it during the show. That we'll actually it'll be locked in, and
Nice.
maybe there'll be a few surprises. When the artists are standing around watching everybody else draw and they're not drawing, maybe you'll find out that somebody will just voluntarily take on a free sketch during that period too. Never know.
Ooh. There were
Um,
fun things. I mean, John Waithjack did a fun thing where he hit a sketch card. You had to follow his like his socials. My friend's wife found the card. So
no way.
yeah.
Where did he
Yeah.
put it?
He hid it behind like one of the posters that you put on like a kickstand in the hallway.
Oh, one of the easels?
Yes, the
Oh,
easel. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
son of a
Yep.
gun. See all
Yeah.
this, yeah, I miss out on a lot. That's
It's
awesome. I
just
didn't
little
know he
fun
did that.
things that are going on, man. That was a lot of fun.
So
He
he
didn't
was
have to do
posting it
that.
to his socials so that only people at the show would be able to
Yep.
hunt for it.
Yeah. So it
Oh
was
man,
cool.
John's awesome. Dang,
I'm like
that's
watching my friend's wife going crazy. I'm like, what is going? Why is she running all over the place? Then he's like, oh, you didn't know. And then he starts running around all over the place. I'm like, what's happening? I just start running in circles because I don't know what's going on.
you know,
And then all of a sudden she's like, I found it. And she pulls it from behind the thing. I'm like, oh my God.
wow. That's,
Yeah.
well, that's great. I mean, again, that's what makes the show fun, right? I mean,
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like everybody who's there wants to make the show memorable. It's not just the artists doing their commissions or the collectors getting together and hanging out. Everybody's trying to make the most they can out of that weekend. And yes, strangely enough, yeah, I think it was even suggested, why isn't Miller's one of our sponsors? I think that came up in the meeting today. I think we were just joking around about it, like, why isn't Miller's a spot? Why isn't Zevia a spot? These people that we go out and spend money with should, be also supporting the show one way or another. But hey, Miller's gives us a place to hang out, eat, drink, and be merry after hours and everything. And I know that Miller's is where we're going to be going after the auction on Saturday.
Nice.
So that'll be a fun evening for everybody.
Very cool. Very cool.
And my daughter just turned 21, so that
Oh,
does not give anybody out there a license to buy her a drink, but I have a feeling that more than likely, I'm gonna buy her one because I think that's gonna be the first time I'm gonna have the opportunity to pick her up a drink outside, at a bar or whatever. But yeah, her birthday's in a week, so.
very cool. Very cool. Happy early birthday.
Yeah. So man, this was fun. I knew this was going to be a good time, and it was cool getting to see pieces that have an attachment to the work that we've been doing. Especially over the last couple of years. It's fun and really gratifying to put time into whether it's Comic Art Live or OEX, and to get to see the pieces that specifically get created, and sold during those events. I mean, it's cool to watch people buy published stuff too, at all of those events too. But I just love being a part of art creation, and that's something that I think we as art collectors get to be proud of as well. Because we're playing a role in that, right? If you're not buying the artist's not going to make the art. And yeah, I really dig it, and I really enjoy getting to share this with everybody. And I think CAP's all about that, right? I mean, it's all about sharing your love for the hobby and the artwork that you collect, and making sure everybody else sees it, appreciates it, and enjoys it as well. So, man, I'm glad you're posting this stuff to CAF. I can't wait to see everything you get at OAX. I mean, that's going to be awesome. So, yeah, please share. And you're there all the way through Sunday.
Yeah, we're leaving Monday.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah. Be a lot of
That's
fun. Looking forward to it. I'll be sharing everything. I can't wait to see what everyone else gets because that's part of the fun too. You know what I mean? You might get a commission from an artist I'm not too familiar with, and I'm like, oh my god, like next year's list.
exactly. No, no, it's a unique opportunity. Like I always say, it's the coolest thing is, like, you've got something in common with everybody in the room. No matter what line you're in, you can talk to anybody,
Yeah,
and you already, you can't say they go to a show. You never know who you're standing next to. Somebody who just wants to get signatures or whatever. They don't even know how to pronounce the artist's name or something like that.
yeah.
But when you're at a show like OEX, you definitely, you've got comrades all around.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like you got the parks across the street. So you got all these kids walking around at Wonder at the parks, and it's like I'm over at OAX, like, oh my god, look at that! That's crazy. I love that comic. That's actually from the art from the comic. It was so it's definitely a great
Oh, you get
experience.
Adam Kubert there, who did all the artwork over at Islands of Adventure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he's doing that again this year. Is he doing that?
No, we're not doing
Oh, he's
something,
not.
but
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure one way or another that something happens with Adam at Universal in 2027. I mean, we're gonna find a way because it just makes too much sense.
Yeah,
I want to ride the Hulk roller coaster with Adam Kubert and get my photograph. You know what I mean?
yeah. That'd be one hell of a photo.
I want that. I wanna be standing in front of, I don't even know, it could be the Kingpin for all it matters, or the Captain America, whatever, and get my picture with Adam Kubert and, a few other art collectors. I mean, you're never gonna experience that anyplace else
No,
but here, at Universal. So, yeah,
legendary.
it'll happen. All right, man. Well, listen, this was great. And I know that I get to see you in just 3 short weeks, but again, man, it's good. Again, Marvelously Sketched is your YouTube channel. The links are in the description. So if you're not subbed to Matt's YouTube channel, you should definitely do that. And I put the links to Matt's calf gallery in the chat often enough, so you should watch his gallery so you can see any updates he makes, especially when he returns home from OAX. So do that as well. And yeah. Yeah, this was a great time, man. And I,
It
I learned
was.
something new about displaying sketch cards with that. You have to send me a link where you bought it.
I will. Yeah, for sure.
I like
Yeah.
that idea. Yeah, no, that's so unique. But all right, man. Well, listen, everybody in the chat, thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. We'll be back at it again tomorrow, and have a wonderful night. Take care, everybody.